time to start attaching all the electrical components that make a Stampede run. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the servo. Alright, if you look right there, there's two holes. Two screws go in there to hold the top part of the ESC. So, with the magic of time-lapse, they have been put in. Now, if you turn it to this angle, you can see that I haven't screwed them down all the way. That's because the ESC has to go in there first. So I'm going to go ahead and feed the wire through. And this, as a special note, is a 2075. This is much stronger than the servo that comes with the Wrestler. That one's 256. Eventually I would love to get a servo like this for my Wrestler, but those are hard to come by. So that snaps in, and now there's two more screws that go on the opposite end. One right there and one right next to it. Whoa! Let me adjust the camera so you guys can see. Sorry about that. I get so distracted at what I'm actually doing I forget to look at what it looks like on screen. So, alright. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten all four of those screws. Now that the servo is completely secure, I'm going to go ahead and get the wire, and this feeds around, gets held in with a little rubber cylinder. But yeah, you just slide that in and it's ready to be fed into the receiver box. However, I'm not going to be putting that in quite yet, because first I want to go ahead and do the ESC. Yes, the brain of the whole operation. So yes, one screw gets tightened on this side, and then there's another one on the other side. I hate this ESC. Only reason why I hate it is that the button's not very secure, and if you don't keep dirt and everything from getting in there around the button can get stuck and it can ruin the whole ESC. Really, I don't know, that's just really unexcusable in my opinion. But if you keep an eye on it, then it won't bother you really. So I'm going to go and attach the white, the yellow, and the blue. I'm going to pull back the cables because it doesn't need to be completely out. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the waterproof receiver box. It's just held in with two simple screws. Nothing too complex. Tighten that side and then this side. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put on the rubber seal. Then we're going to bust out the 2.4 gigahertz receiver box. Yes, for a 2.4 controller. Now I'm going to go ahead, put some double-sided tape on there, industrial strength. Pull this off. There we go. Now we're just going to slide it right in there. Just like that. And we are ready to start connecting things. First, I'm going to get the top. Now, for the ESC, I'm going to feed that through. I'm going to feed the servo through. And then I'm going to get the antenna and feed it out. And be very careful not to bend it. Just like that. Okay. Now the ESC gets plugged into channel 2. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Channel 2. The servo gets plugged into either one of the channel 1s. It really doesn't matter, because they both pretty much do the same thing. And now we're going to go ahead, put down the top of the box, tighten those two screws. We're almost done with this part. Yes, almost done. Now I'm going to go ahead and adjust all the wires around and put this cap on, and this is held on with two screws. With it all sealed up, now I just have to take care of the antenna. So I'm going to go ahead, slide the very small antenna straw over it, feed that through. Turn it around and push down. Just like that. And now I'm completely done with the electronics for the Stampede. In fact, there's really not much left. All I have to do is attach the tires and the body. But first, it's time for a little upgrade. And here is the upgrade, the Millennium ESC fan. This came with the Stampede, so that's why it looks a little beat up. But anyway, it's really easy. You just plug it into the ESC, then the plug snaps onto the side, and then the whole thing just snaps onto the top. Very simple, very effective too. But I've heard these things are really finicky and can break. However, I haven't experienced that problem myself, nor do I have any evidence to say that it does do that. Not to call people liars, but we'll see how long this lasts. And if it really does hold out for a long time, then I'll get it from a wrestler. But anyways, that is all that I'm going to go ahead and do for today.